Good morning, Bridge Nation. We're here, we're in the building. We're going to rock you till 10 o'clock this morning, all morning long. Middle of the week, it's a Wednesday. Hope you find something to smile about today. Give thanks for life. If you're going onto your job right now, you're going to make some money, you got a job, give thanks. Good morning once again and welcome. This is Top of the Bridge, Up and Go. And it's now time for
WTF.
What the Fact?
All right, here it is now. Japanese golfers actually have hole-in-one insurance. What? Here we go. So if you think that you take sports seriously, well, consider that an estimated 4 million golfers in Japan make sure that they have hole-in-one insurance before they take a swing, and have been doing so since the first such policy was offered in 1982. Now, amateur players pay a premium of $65 a year for $3,500 in coverage. The extra cash comes in handy if a golfer nails the impressive feat and is then expected to celebrate by paying for food, drinks, and gifts, which can cost quite a bit. So,
okay.
Hole-in-one insurance.
Never heard of that before.
Okay, so you get a hole-in-one, you can cover certain costs. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of a challenge.
Kind of wild still, but I get it.
Premium of $65 a year for $3,500 worth of coverage. Interesting one. I tell you, these facts that we share this time, man, you just never know what we will have for you in the morning time. But this is an interesting one. Japanese golfers, yeah. Japanese golfers have hole-in-one insurance. Okay. There you go. That was WTF.
What the fact?
Yeah, get them all.
All right, Bridge Nation, welcome to Update. Now, here we're going. I saw these pictures, and I was wondering if persons really there go slide tackle Shensia. But they go wonder, you know. But they wonder. We never know. But here we're going. So apparently, fans are, giving Shensia a pass for her, what they call a face card. Basically, they must say, oh, she have a pretty face. But boy, them not too sure about the feet. Apparently, yeah, they must say, oh, I'll go on for the foot them. Here we're going. So Shensia, as many know, drop dead gorgeous. We're not fight that. But fans have questioned her feet. The dancehall singer was repping her homeland, Jamaica, in her latest photo shoot, donned in the black, green, and gold in a skimpy outfit on a boat in the Caribbean Sea. Now, in one of the pics, the blessed singer gave fans a glimpse of her feet, with her toes spread apart. That don't really do it justice, guy. They kind of far apart. See this up on the screen, Bridge Nation. What y'all? All right. Which result? Yes, Richie. Oh, yes.
No, me see that.
All right, cool. I will talk about it. All right, so
talk about it, man.
Yeah, man. So, which resulted in a bit of roasting in the comments. Her fans and even some of her musical colleagues were quite surprised, with some saying they appeared straight out of a cartoon. Someone said, but why did I count your toes? Because it kind of looked like there was only 4, like straight out of a cartoon or Shrek. Another fan added, I wasn't prepared for the toes. I stopped on that picture, stuck. Somebody said, you're pretty, but the toes them are confused with feelings now. Like I had to look at my own toes to see if I'm just seeing things. You better be able to climb trees with them toes, bro. Of course, Shensia, she focused on her music right now, working on her second album, but fans are them stuck on the toes right now, Richie.
Yeah.
But I mean, she right after she posted that, she showed that she's back in the studio. So Shensia, don't forget people talking.
Attention grabbing. Toe exposure.
Yeah.
Toe exposure.
Toe exposure.
Now I'm seeing the pic.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's really how.
Yeah, that's how she posed
the photo.
Yeah, she did. She knows she did.
It's taken. Really.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, her toes are not like that.
No, not really. Man, Shensia gimmicks, like as much as she's very serious with her music, but she love to enjoy herself and she love the gimmicks, So I mean, enjoy herself.
When I saw it, I thought it was a case of like I'm thinking. It looks informed. But I think she actually did that as a pose. She
has stretch.
Yeah, she literally have to stretch out your toes with it. And because obviously her toes would not have that much space between them.
Girl, man.
How would she get into all them shoes that she wears and all that kind of stuff?
Good, man.
Yeah.
Girl, man.
she did she basically got a lot of attention.
Yeah, man.
Out of that
then,
one little post.
And then just posted she in the studio right away. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Wait, ladies, what you do? You up on let's call it a yacht? I don't know. She on a nice boat out in the Caribbean Sea in a nice little swimsuit. Kick out your foot.
Yeah. Another thing is that they almost look like fingers.
Yeah.
You know
she know what she do.
So
It look like cartoon character. I like that comment was like cartoon character. I'm not gonna lie. That was my favorite. But well, yeah,
the things they do.
Yeah, man.
I didn't say we. They do to make sure the numbers climb. Yeah. Now we have a story to share with you as well. Rapper Flo Rida is being dragged by the mother of his child for not paying the hospital bills for his 6-year-old son Zohar, who is presently hospitalized following a fall off a 5-story apartment building.
Whoa.
The child's injuries include a shattered pelvis, fractures in his left foot. He suffered liver laceration, internal bleeding, and a collapsed lung.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, following the accident. The child reportedly fell out of a window of the apartment. His mother, Alexis Adams, said the accident came following complaints by Adams that the building management, Pitch Perfect 74 and Goldberg Management, failed to take steps to make the building safe following complaints. And Adams is also blasting Flo Rida for not stepping up to assist with their child's medical bills and forcing her to start a GoFundMe account to raise funds to assist with medical expenses, which are estimated to be high given the nature of the injuries and the medical the child would require should he survive.
Oh my!
So it's a serious accident, and we're really saddened at this news of the child's injuries. And Flo Rida, you need to just step up to the plate and do what you got to do, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's no other way around that.
Yeah,
John. At least the child is still alive, and with some medical help, who knows, could fully recover.
Jeez.
That is what I'm sure that you'd want for your child, Flo.
Jeez.
So you know what I mean, go with the flow and support the mother and the child.
And I'm gonna assume that he doesn't have a good relationship with the mother currently.
It would be
it look like that's the case.
A safe assumption.
And I'm wondering if Flo Rida is blaming her for some negligence. You know what I mean? But I hope
even so,
but even so, you can't. The youth can't suffer for that. So better you just cover that and then you cuss her.
But interestingly, he kind of hinted that he had been present and active in the child's life since the incident now. So it takes another turn. He actually said, my son is getting the best medical care and miraculously survived a tragic fall. I ask for your continued prayers as he undergoes rehabilitation, but I would appreciate that this remain a private matter. So, is it a case where he's providing some help? But maybe mommy wants a little bit more.
In Bex with mommy careless. That's him I try to say. Mommy, you make that go on.
Yeah.
You see me?
Or mommy now go reap no rich rewards off of this situation. Kind of vibe,
but it's clear that they're at odds. The parents.
Yeah, man. I hope the child recovers though. In all seriousness. All right, that's it for updates. Right now, it's time for today's proverb
of the day.
Coward man keeps sound bone.
Okay.
Coward man keeps sound bone.
Feel like I can relate to this one. Yeah, man. We take show off a go.
Coward man keep sound bone. All right. Well, I think it is better really to be thought of as a coward than to as the meaning suggests, to give away one's life through impetuous behavior. Yeah, so you pretty much stay safe when you play the coward role.
That is it.
Go and brave up and lose your life.
Full actions.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Foolishness.
Maybe you just want to show off or something and you end up dead. No, don't do that. Coward man keeps sound bone. All right? It's better to be thought of as a coward than to give away one's life through impetuous behavior. That's the proverb of the day. Now, pet peeves are things that people do that you might find upsetting, irritating, or simply annoying. We have a pet peeve this morning from a member of the Bridge Nation. Here it is.
You know what my pet peeve is? People who treat them job poorly. Like, if you don't like your job, I understand say it rough, but make an effort to look for something else so that you don't do such a poor job that everybody's noticing how poorly you work. You don't like the job? understandable, but don't stay there and do a poor job and affect the organization or make the people them, you understand me, or give people hell, give customers hell because you don't like your job. You don't like your job, leave it. Simple.
Sounds like an employer. Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah. A real thing, man. A real thing, man. No matter what kind of work you have, you have to do your best, man. Do it well. You know what I mean?
Nothing less than 100%.
Yeah, man. Understand? As the caller said, as the member of the Bridge Nation said, you know, sometimes you can have rough days. You know what I mean? But you have a work, brethren and sister. You have a work. I don't think COVID taught you a strong enough lesson, you know. That man, you know how much people never have work during COVID. And them thing there. So you have your work, man. Give your best all the time.
100, nothing less.
Yeah.
All right. And don't make your bosses, your co-workers, the customers feel that negative energy. You know what I mean?
But and as the caller said, if you're really unhappy, you actually just leave.
Look around.
Yeah, look around. There's something. There must be something out there that you can do.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Boy, that's the next thing.
Yeah, that is the next challenge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have a guest, Shelz. She's a Jamaican-born author and illustrator of children's books. And I understand that she's passionate about doing what she can to raise the awareness of people living with Autism Spectrum Disorder, ASD, which, for those who do not know, it's a developmental disability that is caused by differences in the brain that impacts social communication and one's interactive skills. Now, as April marked the start of Autism Month, April 1 marked the start of Autism Awareness Month, Tasha Lowe, a social worker with more than 14 years of experience who lives in British Columbia, Canada, wants the society to be more inclusive and sensitive to the needs of those who are on the autism spectrum. And so she's here to talk to us about her advocacy for people living with autism spectrum disorder, and also to tell us more about her book, I Have Autism, but Autism Isn't Me.
Nice.
And we welcome her at this time to our program. Good morning, Tasha.
Hello.
Welcome.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing well.
Great.
And how are you?
I am good. Thank you for asking. I am well.
All right, glad to hear that. Now, talk to us at the very start, if you will, Tasha, about the inspiration behind your passion for the ASD community.
Oh, that's an easy one. I started in social work, as you said, 14 years ago. And a quick story behind how this book came is that I had a really bad experience being out with my clients at the time who were on the spectrum. A young lady who seemed to not have had any understanding around why someone would behave how that particular client was behaving, projected very poorly on the client. And at that time, I was very, young and spicy. And as a result, I reacted in efforts of protecting my client. And at that point, later on in life, actually, I looked back and I said to myself, that was an opportunity for me to teach someone, to make someone more aware so they could just, have that experience, that paradigm shift around autism, what it is, how it shows up, and how to treat someone who is on the spectrum. And so I got the opportunity to serve in that space once more, and I decided it was important for me not to lose the opportunity again, but to put out something very fun, but something very informative to help persons understand ASD.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you to enlighten us and the members of the Bridge Nation listening to us right now on what are some of the signs that a child or even an adult may actually have autism.
Okay, so you do have a few signs, and as it suggests, spectrum, meaning you can be, from one end to the other. It really is a combination of different things on the spectrum. So one person may be displaying limited eye contact. They may have nonverbal communication. They may be, intense in their behavior when there is a change in their routine, among many other things. So you may see this in a child as well as you may see it in an adult.
Now, Tasha, what are some of the challenges, that the ASD community faces on a daily basis? And do you believe enough is being done to inform the entire public of these challenges?
Wow. Absolutely not. There's so much more to be done. A lot of people, even in my personal environment, I am like kind of the main person who talks about ASD, and from talking about autism, I find that my community now becomes more involved, more aware. And that simply speaks to the fact that enough conversation around autism is not happening in safe spaces. And what do I mean by safe spaces? It's not happening at home. It's not happening in the classroom, in the workplace. And I think having the conversation in those small pockets, it allows for greater reach in the wider spaces, because that will translate as persons now come into their other environments outside of those safe spaces. And you also asked the question around what challenges that people, they face. So many. A lot of spaces are not inclusive. And by that, I mean, we're generally seen as neurotypical. So for the most part, we interact the same way. And things within our society, it is set up in a way to accommodate primarily neurotypical persons. And because it's set up in a way to accommodate persons who are not on the spectrum, which is, probably the majority, you find that persons who are neurodiverse, they're left out. They're not considered. And so when they show up in spaces, because it is not an inclusive environment, that in itself creates a huge problem.
All right, so you became inspired to write a book, I Have Autism, but Autism Isn't Me. What can you tell us about that book?
So the book is right here. It's radio, so persons can't see it, but the book is written and it was very deliberate on my part. The book is written in such a way where it highlights different things that you may see. Going back to the question you asked earlier, different things that you may see displayed by a person that is on the spectrum. And as it highlights those, it surrounds a little boy. And as it highlights those, it also gives reason for why the person may be behaving a particular way. So we find that persons, let's use children, for example. You may change something in their routine. And because of how they perceive things, that's how they function. So routine is very important. If that becomes disturbed, then you might have them, having a tantrum. A lot of persons within our neurotypical environment looks at that and they go, oh, the child is rude, the child doesn't have any home training, among many other things, right? When simply that's how the child is able to regulate their behavior, right? In order to be able to go back to baseline to perform how he or she would normally perform. And that's the approach the book takes. It also has within it resources for teachers, for parents, and for the general community. So it's not just written specifically for the environment, but also persons who are not on the environment. Because if we don't have the buy-in, for want of a better word, from persons that are not on the spectrum, then we won't be able to have the type of reach that we want to have.
Where's the book available?
The book is currently available on Amazon, and I'm working to get it in Fontana back home.
Okay. As for your hope for persons in Jamaica, especially living, with ASD, what's your vision?
Say that again.
What is your hope for Jamaicans who might be living with this condition at this time?
Simple. Just for them to have more of an inclusive environment, for them to be perceived as humans, just as you and I are, and for spaces to be created that seeks to meet their limitations.
All right. I love that. Thank you so much. Really inspiring talking with you. And congratulations. By the way, is this your first book?
No, it's not my first book. It's one of 8 titles.
Wow. Wow.
Respect.
And more to come?
More to come.
All right. Great meeting you and having a chat with you. And I wish you all the best. Thank you so much, Tasha. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.
All right. Tasha Lowe, a Jamaican author and social worker who's now residing in British Columbia in Canada, and is the author of the book I Have Autism, but Autism Isn't Me. She's really passionate about this.
Yeah, man, I respect
and we like that.
Yeah, man.
What we have in store right now is a chat with Mary Isaacs, who is a director of the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, JaRIA. And they will be rolling out the red carpet this Easter Monday, April 10, 2023, at the Jamaica Conference Center on the Kingston waterfront to stage their annual JaRIA Honor Awards. It's a red carpet show that begins at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it promises to be a whole lot of fun. The awards will, of course, there are numerous awards that will be handed out. Musicians, singers, producers, songwriters, engineers, event promoters, media personalities, groups are among the 31 awardees who will be recognized for their stellar contribution to the music and entertainment industry. And so we are very pleased that one of the directors of JaRIA has taken the time to give us some more deets on this upcoming event. Good morning, Mary.
Hi, Richie B. Good morning to you and Shelz.
Hi, morning.
And to everyone out there in the Bridgeland.
We thank you so much for being here with us this morning. It's all of 31 award categories that you'll be handing out awards this Easter Monday.
Yes, isn't that fabulous?
Yes, it is. Have you added a few new ones?
Yes, this year we added the Album of the Year award, but in that category we have 3 sections. So there will be 3 awards under the Album of the Year. 1 award going to an album in reggae, 1 in dancehall, and 1 in gospel.
All right. So what has been happening now? Is it that the winners were determined by a panel, or you've been allowing the public to actually participate by way of voting?
Okay, we have various sections. We have a panel who meets every year, who deliberates and selects the regular awards. Those are the awards that you had mentioned earlier. I won't repeat: lifetime, mentorship, and those are 26 awards.
Okay.
Then we have the popular awards. That is voted by the people, the world, okay? And those names are selected by the production team. And then we have Album of the Year. Now, we seek the creators to send in their albums to us, and then the selection committee listens to the albums and then vote for 5. We try to do 5 in the gospel, dancehall, and reggae sections.
Okay.
Now that we have selected those nominees, only the JaRIA members, which includes paid-up members and lifetime members, are going to vote for the winners in those 3 sections. Hope it's not confusing.
I got you. Got you.
Now, Miss Isaacs, any special performances we can look out for this year?
I think we want to keep those in the bag.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yes.
Who are some of the artists, though? I hope you can say this, though. Who are some of the artists that will be recognized for their work in the music industry?
Okay. So those that we know of are Grub Cooper, Lifetime Achievement. Mentorship, we're doing it posthumously to Sugar Minot. Posthumous, Pat Kelly, and Style Rotterdam. Engineers, we have the Reverend Don McDowell and Fat Man Thompson. Producer, we have Linville Thompson and Stephen McGregor. Sound system, Volcano High Power Sound System and Silverhawk Sound System. Musicians, we have Bubbler, who plays keyboard, and Desi Jones on drums.
Oh.
Male artists, we have Horace Sandy and Shaggy.
Okay.
Female artists, Dawn Penn, Miss No No No. Okay. Duo group, The Melody Makers. Band, Byron Lee and the Dragonair. Promoter, Rotterdam Sunsplash. Songwriter, Dave Kelly. Gospel artist, Sister Pat and Prodigal Son. Dance, under the Gregory Isaacs Foundation Award, is Bogle. And last but definitely not least, the media category that has 4 sections: radio and television, Dermot Hussey; gospel, Marklin Edwards; new media, Billboard; and print media, the Jamaica Gleaner.
Okay. Quite a broad-based set of awardees. Who can attend this function, Mary?
Anyone who's listening to us, okay? Anyone. This year, the tickets can be purchased online at Spur Opened at SPURROPEN.com/JaRIA Awards. That's JARIA and it's a small token of $5,000 per ticket.
All right, and it kicks off this Easter Monday, the 10th of April at the Jamaica Conference Center.
Right.
Do people know things like parking and so on, where they can get parking? Is that
There's
information?
tons of parking down there, and it's going to be Easter Monday, so there's not much traffic.
All right, and it promises to be. Will it be televised, by the way?
We will be broadcasting, yes.
All right. Sounds good. I wish you well with your awards function, and congratulations on all the wonderful things you have been doing at JaRIA, and all the best to you, Mary Isaacs. Thanks for talking with us this morning.
Thank you, Richie B., and thanks to everybody out there, and we look forward to seeing you all on Easter Monday.
All right, thank you so much. All right, it's 8.5 minutes on the downside of 8 o'clock. Of course, they have categories like the Breakthrough Artist of the Year. They have the Song of the Year. A lot of people will be looking at these categories. Like Mary mentioned, the new album category, Album of the Year for both gospel, reggae, and dancehall. And it promises to be a lot of fun. And big ups to all those who have already been determined to be copping awards courtesy of JaRIA. And it's now time for the Global Connection. Bridge 99 FM and Ira Jam Radio teaming up in a big bad simulcast. Morning, DJ Roy.
Well, go on.
Top of the morning.
Yes, sir.
DJ Roy.
I don't know why I thought that you were on sea and not on land.
I have a way of being in 2 places at one time.
Because I saw Jabba and a host of people, some of whom I know, yesterday hanging out on the Love and Harmony cruise. And I said, okay, maybe Roy is there somewhere. A friend of mine sent me a message saying, your brethren's supposed to there too, you know.
Well, I should be there, but the team is there, Stretch and Star. It's holding it down for Road International.
Okay.
I have some business that I have to take care of.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what, the team can handle it.
Of course.
So Jabba no feel no way. Business, they understand. And it sold out, so they really didn't need me anyway. Totally, I kind of did my job before the cruise, making sure that we get the word out there. So it's totally sold out.
They get the numbers,
Yeah, so it's totally sold out. So my job is really done. And musically part, Stretch and Star can handle it.
All right.
And I guess I'll gear up for next year. And Budge is already confirmed for next year.
That's fantastic.
And cabins go on sale started Monday.
Yeah, I think I saw a note where they said they're pausing whilst they're sailing until the 17th of April. They'll resume the sale of tickets. So that sounds really good. It's one of those events on the seas that has really grown in stature and recognition and appreciation. Yeah. Similar to the Welcome to JaMRock. They're showing a lot of growth.
Yeah, and what I love about both of them, they are really totally different. When you're on the, of course, Love and Harmony cruise, you feel like you know everybody on board. When you're on the Welcome to JaMRock cruise, you're meeting people you've never met before in your life. So it's just two totally different crews, two totally different crowds.
Yeah.
And two totally sold out crews.
Yes, they're doing well. We commend the promoters.
Yeah, man, definitely.
I was just reading the lineup for a show called Reggae Jam in Germany, one of the big festivals, and I'm really liking the fact that so many Jamaican artists are getting work going out there, and we'll be traveling, flying the reggae flag again in a big way now that we've gone past the pandemic and so on. So we're looking forward to that, and big ups to all the artists and their managers and the booking agents who are all very, very busy getting the artists out there leading into the summer of this year. Reggae Sumfest is also quite active, reminding us that they're coming. They're coming good.
Yep.
Confirm Marion Hall.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Minister Marion Hall.
That's really big.
No word yet as to whether or not Spice is confirmed.
No, but I'll have her in studios on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she'll be live in studios with me on Friday. Of course, she has a big concert this weekend in New York. Her return. It seems like it's going to be a sold-out event. Tickets are moving extremely fast. So I urge everyone, don't get locked out of this one. It's the return of Spice. And gearing up to be a big one. Also, Moyan is on the show, and it's an artist I've never seen perform, and I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, she's doing well. She's also on that remix with Shaggy, right?
Yeah.
And the electric Boogie. Yeah. Spice put out a release that she has a new song. You know, she's been dropping almost one every week. She has gone 2 with videos already, and Queen of the Dancehall is expected to drop, I think, on the 11th of April. But DJ Roy, we're not going to wait until the 11th of April to play that song.
Well, I hope not.
No way.
I hope not.
After I know we should attack when she says, "Scan them."
You know, Spice is really, she knows how to use the social media, and she uses it to her advantage, and sometimes it backfires, but it's still to her advantage. Come like Trump, right. You know, them know for you social media, and it works for them. You know, this man has raised $8 million since he announced that he was indicted, not the DA. Since he announced, he's raised $8 million. Traffic jam all over the city yesterday while he was here.
And the nation having his full attention last night.
Yeah.
In a long speech. He's also making some money off of Stormy. He calls her Horseface. I don't know why. Miss Daniels. Because she already now is, based on a ruling yesterday, is due to be paying him $122,000. Yeah, in that defamation lawsuit. I see where Donald Jr. Put a post out saying that it's good that her T-shirt sales are doing well because now she'll be able to pay up that $122,000. Story I come to bump.
and more to come.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Also, they're selling pictures of Trump's mugshot.
Really?
Wow.
Even though he did not take a mugshot. So this, you know, Erwin Clears calls this silly season. This is a circus. They're selling pictures of a mugshot that he did not even take.
And they're raking in sales. Can you imagine? My goodness. What will they think of next?
I don't know, man.
All right. So on that note, we say thank you very much. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Shelz, DJ Orley, Kevin, and the rest of the crew. Big ups, Cavell in the building, JB. I saw Sean earlier. But most of all, we'd like to thank, of course, the Bridge Nation who tuned in with us all morning long. Thank you so much for being a part of the experience. Join us again tomorrow morning at 6 in the Eye. We'll do it all over again. Take care and one love. Just to let you know, it is often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. Take that with you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.